Hey guys, True Grit Scott, Bulletproof Saws and bluesaws.com. I don't know where to start today, but blue saws, but I got a blower. Anyhow, we got a couple truckloads of shipments into the warehouse yesterday, and one of the new items, and it's a bunch of new items, was the Farmertec backpack blower. Now, I don't know if this is a clone of the Husky 850 or 8500 or the Red Max 8500. And I guess Husky owns Red Max. And I don't know how close those two blowers are, but this appears to be a clone of one of the two of them. And it's funny, we usually don't buy, we bought a bunch of inventory of these. I need a blower, Jess needed a blower. Let's go in deep. Usually with a new product, we're not the guys that go in deep. Just a company, Farmertec, announces something, we don't buy 100 of them the first day they announce it. We generally, and it's probably more than me than Jess, I'm conservative on this stuff, and I want to get one. I want to put it through its paces, and I want to see if it's worth selling, because we don't sell every product that any of the vendors make. You know, if it's a problematic problem or one that we don't want to carry, and generally the reason we don't want to carry it is it's problematic in some way, doesn't meet our expectations in some way, Blue Sauce doesn't carry the product. So you'll notice if you go through Blue Sauce, there's a bunch of things that we don't have. If we don't believe in it, we don't sell it. We're not, you know, there's different guys selling these things, and some guys it's just a commodity. They don't care, they're going to sell everything because people will buy just about anything, good, bad, or whatever, they'll buy it. We won't sell the stuff that we don't like, and that's just the way it's been. We've been trying new products and we've been adding stuff to the lineup, but a lot of that is after I get a model, put it through paces. I'll buy a couple of them sometimes, and I'll give them to a couple buddies. Hey, try this out, see what you think. Let other people run it and get feedback. So you see on the saw videos, a lot of times I'll take a saw out of a box. I won't. Sometimes I'll mod them, but I'll tell you that, and sometimes I won't because I want to know the end user experience. So anyhow, not to, you got to go, dude. I can't do anything without a dog behind me. We still have 3 bulldogs. I've always been big into bulldogs, and we still got 3, and they're a royal pain in the ass. Get, go, go, just go, get. So I don't know where I was. I get interrupted, and again, I don't rehearse these things. I do them ad lib. So anyhow, pull the thing out of the box, and it's super nice. And I'll show you a couple things right off on it. It took me all of literally 30 seconds to put it together. There was 2 clamps, a hose clamp, this one here, and I hope you guys could see me, twists on, and the end piece where it necks down twists on. The handle is just a plastic clamp with 1 bolt, and that was it to put it together. So when I was doing that, guys, I was actually on the phone with Jess as I was, we're talking, and I'm putting it together. So I'm excited. I'm putting this thing together. And he says, yeah, I got mine together yesterday, and my 4-year-old daughter started it for the first time, like the first start. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, literally it's an easy start. So don't rip on it. It's a pull and spin kind of thing. And I think that's so you could start it on your back. But anyhow, don't know that, but I've seen guys who use these all the time say that they want to be able to start it without taking it off. And I think that's why it's such an easy start. So fast forward, I throw fuel in it. I throw it on choke, which is funny. The choke is labeled off or no. No is off choke, and off is on choke. So I think language, funny things. So all I did was I pulled the air filter out of here. I wanted to see the quality of the air filter, and it's actually a super nice air filter. So then I go put the fuel in it, 1 pull on choke, and it almost burbled in it. It's got a primer bulb, so that helps. And I'm telling you, it took a dozen pushes on the primer bulb before that. 1 pull it just about popped. The second pull it popped, flipped it off choke. The third pull it started. I'm shocked. It's sitting here blowing, and it blows as it's idling. Put the thing on for 10 minutes and walked around, and maybe you guys could see, I live in a deciduous rainforest pretty much here in northeastern Pennsylvania. I'm surrounded by thousands of acres of woods or fields or farms or whatever, but I'm kind of in the middle of it. And I have so many trees, 90% hardwood. I do have some hemlocks, some white pines, but it's 90% hardwoods, and I get leaves like you can't believe. On this property, I have a few acres cleared out that just get buried with leaves. This little section here under this beach, this will have 6 or 8 inches of, it seems like endless leaves, and because it's all rooted up and everything, was always a nightmare to blow out with my smaller handheld blower. So what I did was I took this and I walked around the property, and of course it's cleaned up now. All the leaves are off the lawn and everywhere else, but I still got leaves in the woods. They're all compacted, they're beaten down, some are half rotted, and that's how our woods are. It's layers of leaves, making good soil, leaves rotting, good soil, one of those kind of things. So I take it and I start blowing, and I'm able to blow up. And this is a big upgrade for me. I had a little handheld Stihl, like a 75 blower. It was nice. It worked. It blew up last year, but it worked. And it wasn't as big as I needed. And I've been waiting for Farmertec to come out with the backpack blower because I didn't want to pay $600 or $700 for an OEM one. I just didn't want to do it. So I guess I should, let me skip back. Well, let me tell you, I'll finish that first. Took it out in the woods. I could blow pieces of wood like this. It blew wonderfully. So the power was there, runs real smooth, super nice in operation. Actually, I found a great way to find worms for fishing because I blew up some of them leaves in the woods. There's worms everywhere. It was kind of neat. Found some ghost pipes too. But so that's great. But what I wanted to tell you is we generally don't jump on a new product, and let me give you the background on that. We bought a couple of the string trimmers. We didn't buy all the models yet, but we bought a couple of them to test out. And one of the models, I have a Stihl. I'll walk over and get it while we're talking if I can. I'll try to keep talking to you guys so you hear me. So I bought a Stihl string trimmer a year and a half. Hasn't been 2 years, I don't think. It's a 131R. All right, and I bought the big Stihl string trimmer, the biggest one the Stihl dealer had. It's a 131R, if that puts it in perspective. And that 131R, it's not a bad trimmer. It's got power, it's got torque, everything else. Well, I spent $500, $550 on it, whatever it was. The Farmertec trimmer, granted I haven't ran it for 2 years, but I've ran it for a few hours, and I'm string trimming everything from cattails to multifloral roses, and if you know what they are, you know what they're like. I like the Farmertec Husky clone trimmer better than my Stihl OEM trimmer. Granted, the Stihl OEM trimmer is a 4-mix, so that's kind of a different thing. You have a rev limiter and all that, and it has torque. And listen, it's a nice trimmer, and I was happy with it until I ran the other one. The quality was so good on the Farmertec trimmer, we jumped in and bought a bunch of these blowers, hoping that the quality was going to be the same. And in the limited use that I've had on this, the quality does seem the same. This is a super nice unit. I'm real tempted to start it up for you real quick, throw it on, and I look like a goofball, like I'm Ghostbusters with this backpack on. But this is going to save me hours of time from my little blower to the volume of air that this thing puts out. I'm pretty excited. One of the problems that we're going to have, and you can see the size of the box there next to me, you can see they're big backpack units. They're not the small ones. I think they're 75 cc's. It says it's 6 horsepower. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a big unit, and the boxes are big, and they're going to be expensive for us to ship. I already know this. So we're trying to figure out pricing on them because we want to get them out to you guys. And listen, we're not here to get rich. We've been doing this for years, and we've been supporting the community. And you guys know we've led the way on sales, that we do sales so that the other guys follow. And maybe you don't buy from us, maybe you buy from the other guys, but we force their prices down to make it better for everybody. Because guess what? We're saw geeks first and businessmen second, whereas the guys who are businessmen first, they hate us, but they're also not going to help you out with your problems. They don't make stupid videos like this. Maybe that's a good thing that they don't make stupid videos. Anyhow, I guess I could start this up real quick. Maybe I'll just start it up there. I'll try to throw it on and not look like a total idiot. Nice primer bulb. Like I said, the first time I used it, it took like 12, to get the fuel flowing, and then it went real quick. So I believe I'm on no right now, which means choke. See what happens. Now, when I shut it off, I use this handle, but it's just a push button, so it should start right up. Again, I don't know much about blowers, but I do like it. I probably flooded it already. No, that was choke. My bad, I had it wrong. Off is choke, no is no choke, I guess. So I don't know how to start a trimmer. You guys could razz me. Not as flexible as I used to be. Well, I don't have these on quite right. I don't know how to show you. Little rocks. Yeah, it's a brick. That might not even be on video. Anyhow, let me stop this thing. Anyhow, guys, you probably didn't get to see it, but I was blowing rocks in a brick on the ground. So, that's my cheesy ad-libbed blower video. I'm going to get these up on bluesaws in the next day or so. I'm only going to have probably 20 of them to sell, and I imagine they're going to sell out pretty quick. Plus, I think I have a bunch of people who knew I was getting these, talked to me and said, hey, put one aside for me. So we'll have a few to sell though, guys. So bluesaws.com, you know where I'm at, and I don't know what else to tell you. I'll do some of the other videos with some of the new items as I get into them. Like I said, I have 2 trucks worth of things to inventory, unload, move around in the warehouse, which is going to take me forever. I move slow, so it's going to take me a while. Anyhow, guys, there's the new Farmertec 85 FL 8500 blower. You got to see it here first. Maybe I'll do a video. It's not time for leaves yet, but if I could think of a good way to give you guys a video, like I said, I don't know if you could see me blowing that brick around, but it blows a brick around. I think that's it. Anyhow, guys, True Grit Scott, Bulletproof Saws, bluesaws.com. Thanks for watching and stay safe. Come on, June, we're going to go do some wood.